Hey guys, Ben here from the Bonehead podcast and welcome to Amazon Team Development. So we've looked at starting rosters, we've looked at tournament rosters for all of the teams out there for Blood Bowl. Now what we're doing is we're going through each team individually and looking at how you develop them in a league, what skills work and when. And today we're going to be going through player by player and having a look at Amazon teams. So the key to the Amazon team tends to be the dodge skill and the fact that block goes with dodge incredibly well. So what we're going to be looking at with most of these players is how quickly we can get them to be a blodger. We're going to look at all the positionals, including the thrower and catcher, and you don't tend to use them a lot because the team tends to function really well with just blitzers and the Linewomen, but we're going to look at them to just see what opportunity is there to capitalize on them. So first things first, we're going to start with the best players on the team by far, which are the Amazon Blitzers, so Coca-Cola Blitzers. They are 90k, movement 6, strength 3, agility 3+, passing 5+, armor 8+, block and dodge with general and strength on a primary and agility on secondary. So you already start with 4 movement 6, agility 3+, strength 3 blodges. So they are resilient and they can also punch. Because they have strength on a primary skill, guard, mighty blow. It's entirely up to you which order you take those skills, but it really needs to be those skills. When you start building a network of blodge, guard with mighty blow, maybe 2 guard to start with a mighty blow, works out really well. Then you can strike exactly where you want to with at least 2 dice and use mighty blow to be removal. Guard is also going to mean that your opponent are going to struggle to get a decent 2-die block against you. When they do, you've got block and dodge there to defend against. Amazons are really slippery, and you think with an Amazon team dodge is going to allow them to be maneuverable, and it can do, and it is a bit risky though on a 3+. Realistically, it's -1 to hit in combat, and when you chuck block in there as well, it's -2, so you're looking for natural powers to take these guys down. And guard is going to mean that those extra dice, those extra rolls to try and smash your guys down, they're going to come really few and far between at that point, and they're just going to mean that you can block forever with the advantage. So guard on your blitzers is going to be amazing. First skill, go guard. You can splash out once you've got a couple of guard to use one for mighty blow. Now, there are some tier 2 skills you can look at. Depending on the meta of your league, if you've got a lot of dodge, a lot of stunty, then tackle is going to be beneficial. Frenzy, later on, once you've got guard sorted, can be a great addition to a mighty blow player. Again, doubles your chance at making the most of that mighty blow for removal. And break tackle is going to allow your blitzer to dodge away into the open on a 2+. You've got dodge. At that point, you are dodging freely, but it also means that you get a good shot at jumping into a cage. So agility 3+ with break tackle means you are starting at 2+, so it is 1 tackle zone for 3+, 2 tackle zones for a 4+ dodge with a reroll. That's a 75% chance of dodging into 2 tackle zones, and then you've probably got a well-placed guard block piece. If you want to save up SPP, then defensive is going to be a really useful counter guard on their turn. Guard defensive is going to be horrific when it comes to Amazon Blitzers. I'm not sure people are going to go that route. I think guard mighty blow is just better statistically. Sidestep, however, is a useful skill to get them circling around. But really, I think with the Blitzers, rush to guard, and that will just start your entire team building up this incredible strength wall that your opponents are going to struggle to get through. The Linewomen on the Amazon team fill out basically the rest of the roster. You've got throwers, you've got catchers, we'll come to them in a minute. But the bulk of the work is being done by the Linewomen, and that is because at 50k, these guys come in at movement 6, strength 3, agility 3+, passing 4+, armor 8+, and dodge. So 50k, they've got 1 less armor than a lineman, but passing 4+ and agility 3+ means that these people do absolutely everything you need them to do. Dodge is going to protect them. You've got the opportunity there of a 3+ dodge when you really need to take it as well. But realistically, dodge is there on these people to just stop them from being knocked down, which means that block actually becomes an incredible pickup for your linewomen. The more block dodge players you have, the more you're going to be able to control almost every combat situation. Kick and sure hands does pan out really well as well. So you may consider a random general. Block is going to be useful. Dauntless is going to be okay. Dirty Player is going to be fine. Fend is going to be okay. Frenzy, once you've got guard, is going to be useful. Kick is going to be useful. Pro is going to be alright. Shadowing is going to be alright. Strip Ball is going to be alright. Sure Hands is going to be good. Tackle is going to give you an extra safety. And Wrestle is going to be okay as well, but you do have low armor. So you can take a random general, but there is a low chance you're going to get a skill that you feel really great about. However, why not gamble? You can definitely gamble, or you can just wait for a few more SPP eventually and just get block. Once you've got 6, 7, 8 blodge players on this team, you've probably got a few guard in there as well when it comes to the blitzers. That team starts absolutely outperforming because your opponent cannot hit you and you can strike back almost at leisure. Saving up all the way to get a guard on your linewoman is a great situation. I cannot strongly enough recommend taking kick on one person, block on everybody else, and then just saving SPP. This is the really cool thing about Blood Bowl 2020 is you get to control what you do. So taking block first, and then you just wait. 14 SPP after that, you just buy guard. And what ends up happening is you will just end up with a team of all Amazon Blitzers with blodge guard. That is going to be a nightmare for even dwarf coaches to face, and the TV is so low and the rerolls are so low at 50k. This team is going to absolutely come into its own, and you just have to wait. So if Amazons end up on BB3, you will be able to just grind it out. When it comes to tabletop, you may be inclined, if you're running a short league, to take a couple of randoms on your linewoman, but block is going to be absolutely key for you. Again, same skills we talked about before. Defensive is not a bad pickup, and break tackle will work as well, but they are on doubles. Quite frankly, block guard on your Amazon linewoman gives you an extra blitzer. Okay, let's talk about the Amazon thrower. So the Amazon throwers, you get 0 to 2, and they're 75k each. Movement 6, strength 3, agility 3+, passing 3+, armor 8+, dodge and pass, with general and passing on a normal. So historically, you wouldn't normally take a thrower unless it was a tournament, because in a tournament you can give leader to them straight away, and essentially then it becomes a 25k reroll, which can be really beneficial. If you're going to run them in league, what it does do is it does give you an extra option when it comes to being able to pass the ball. So if you use that Amazon thrower, you're paying 25k in TV for a skill you will very rarely use. However, you can take leader to turn it into a 20k TV increase rather than spending 100k on your league. However, when it comes to Amazons, you're going to suffer a casualty every now and again. Blitzers you have to replace. Linewomen are pretty cheap, again at 50k. You should be able to save up your cash most of the time to take more rerolls. So if you are running a thrower, then leader is the skill I would probably recommend, because now with the restriction of 1 reroll a turn is gone, it really opens up what your Amazon team can do. If you've got leader and you don't want to run your throw as a leader caddy, then taking block gives you another blodge person, and this one's got pass. That's pretty good. Other skills you can kind of use with your thrower is taking sure hands will help give you that ball carrier. Now, if you're going to take sure hands on the thrower, then you do have a kind of quarterback. You've got your blitzers doing blitzer things, you've got a whole bunch of linemen who are really well statted. Then you've got that sure hands to use every single game, every single drive. That person's at the back, they get the ball, they do the stuff. If you're going to go that route and use kind of build your own quarterback when it comes to throwers, on the ball will also help you by giving you half a turn's worth of movement on the kickoff, and also anytime your opponent passes. That's why I think getting block on the Amazon thrower is going to be really, really important. However, if you want to have a bit of a thematic, just a bit more fun to the Amazon team, then a thrower will be useful. Sure hands on the ball, good fun. Accurate nerves of steel if you want to go the passing route. It will be subpar for you, but it is kind of fun. And last but not least, you've got Amazon catchers. So the difficulty with the catchers and the throwers is for 25k, it's half another line person, half another reroll. So if you wanted to take a thrower and a catcher, you would cost yourself an extra player or an extra reroll, and that's actually massive. However, the catchers here come in at 75k, and you can take up to 2 of them. Movement 6, strength 3, agility 3+, passing 5+, Armor 8+, catch and dodge. So they do get catch, so you've got that bonus there. You're paying yeah, right, you're paying 25k for a double skill, which now costs 40k if you choose them. So what do you do with the catcher? You give it block, then you've got another blodger, and it will protect you. So catch is just kind of, at that point, they're the one you hand off to, and taking block is going to protect them massively. The cool thing here about this player is it's the only one that can take agility on a primary, which means if you want to farm some people who've got defensive as a skill to turn off your opponent's guard in their turn, maximizing your guard, then actually taking 2 catchers as defensive caddies might be something that becomes really useful in the meta. Failing that, they're the only ones that can reliably get sprint, sure feet, sidestep, so they're kind of the only ones that can get juiced up quite quickly. Realistically though, block is going to be great, defensive is going to be useful for them, guard if you're willing to save up all the way. It's just whether or not you're willing to essentially pay 25k to buy catch on a player. Being able to take defensive on a primary could be useful. It depends on your meta of your league. So if you are in a guard heavy league, then these guys are going to be really sweet, because as soon as you can just buy defensive at 6 SPP, you're going to be able to turn off guard on their turn. So that's going to be really useful. That's the only kind of exciting thing about the catchers, is that you can get that defensive and they can take sprint sure feet automatically to get you a movement 9 player, kind of, maybe. That is going to wrap up Amazons. That's all there is to say. Block is good, guard is better. You want to kind of just focus your team on that, and it becomes a really good training team for positioning, because leveraging, yeah, but getting the leverage out of your guard against your opponent is going to protect your players, because armor 8, if they get caught, they are going to get crunched, and look for your blitzers to get fouled quite a lot as well. So block on everybody who doesn't have block, guard on everyone who does already, and you will just have a you will get the full Amazon experience. Anyway guys, do let me know in the comments what you think of the Amazon team as it is. I expect Games Workshop will tweak it a little bit when they rebuild it, and I'm quite excited to see what that's going to look like. For now though, I'm going to disappear, and we'll be back soon with more Blood Bowl content. Thanks for watching. Thanks very much for watching, we really appreciate your support. If you want to support the show even further, please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. Or come and join us in our Patreon, link below, where you get early access to our content and monthly competitions. See you later.